making a decision which involves an exiting of something, then you need to make the exit well. We are judged in life based on how we finish things. Oh, people, let's have a chat about decisions. Most of the time, don't really know how to make them, do we? Or we either have too many options or not enough options. So, pull up a seat, let's have a chat. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, hold on, who's this geezer with a cup of tea? It's already poured, slices of apple, big plant behind him, imparting his pearls of wisdom. But look, I'm a human being myself, which means that sometimes I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm just figuring it out as I go along. So, I've collected some mental models, some quotes, some principles that can help us make better decisions. So we're going to go through them one by one. We're going to unpack them. It's going to be quite quick, but stay with it. And I guarantee one of them will help you with your decision-making process. Now, before we start, I want to say why I wanted to create this video. Well, we're all human beings, unless you're watching this with your dog, but we're all human beings, which means one thing. We all want certainty. We all want stability, and we all hate the U word, uncertainty. We want to know, when's he going to message me back? When's she's going to message me back? Should I quit my job? Should I move to Botswana? Should I do all this stuff? Look, most of the time, your problems arise because you want certainty. So, the way to breed certainty is to make a decision. The word decision comes from the Latin word decisio, which means to cut away. So when you make a decision, you actively don't choose other options. So whether you've got one decision in front of you, whether you've got 500 million, it doesn't matter. These principles will help you. So let's deep dive. Right, principle number 1, uncertainty equals no decision plus wait. You need to enter action with boldness. If you do anything while you're uncertain, you're going to half-arse it, and you're going to do so with a lot of hesitation. And what does hesitation breed? It breeds fuck-ups. So, when you are uncertain, no decision plus wait for a new vision to appear. Point number 2, admit uncertainty, then avoid distractions plus listen. You probably won't want to admit you're certain to your family, to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend, to the world in general, to your colleagues. But if you are uncertain, you have to admit that, because it will take a lot of weight off your shoulders, and you need to avoid distractions because you're going through a new period of life, you're peeling back the next layer of your purpose, and you need to wait for a new vision to appear. And you won't allow that vision to come forth if you're distracting yourself with booze, cigarettes, video games, porn, whatever it is. 2.3, when life gets too complex, simplify and cast away. Now, if you've got a million different options in front of you, you need to get rid of some stuff that is bogging you down. And by stuff, I literally mean stuff. Get rid of your collections. Get rid of things that you don't need. Embrace minimalism. Go and chuck it off a bridge. Get rid of the stuff that is weighing you down so you can be formless. Because if you're weighing up a decision in order to move house or country, whatever it is, you need to not be bogged down by stuff. 2.5, this is the best one. This is honestly the best one. If it's not a fuck yeah, it's a no. For example, if you get a message from someone and they say, hi, we should meet up next Saturday, what do you think? And you go, I don't know, I don't really. It's a no. However, if you get a message from someone, they say the same thing and your reaction is, oh my God, hell yeah, I'd love to see them next Saturday. Then it's a yes. It's the same with options in your life. It's the same with weighing up whether you want to do a new job opportunity or endeavor into something. Now look, I understand there are some gray areas with this. For example, you might not know you like something until you give it a little bit of a try, but most of the time, if it's not a fuck yeah, it's a no. Number 3, for low stakes decisions, when you reach 51% certainty, make the decision. This will avoid so much wasted time. This is for weighing up whether to go to a restaurant over another, whatever. Just make the decision once you reach 51% certainty. Trust me. Ooh. To get something you've never had, you'll have to do something you've never done. Bloody hell. This is from Denzel Washington. Yeah, don't use the thinking processes you've used before. If you want to be ambitious, you're going to have to learn some new solutions and you're going to have to do some new things. Number 5, fuck happiness. Oh, that was a bit harsh, wasn't it? But look, people will want you to be happy, especially when they're well-intentioned, like your family or your loved ones. They want you to do what makes you happy. Guess what? Heroin can make you happy. Crack cocaine can make you happy. You need to prioritize the long term if it's a big decision in your life rather than the short term. What is within your long-term best interests? Don't do on what makes you happy right now. With some caveats, of course, but for the long run, forget about prioritizing happiness. Number 6, life does not happen in light bulb moments. My cousin reminded me of this the other day. Life is responding to you. It's not happening to you. How you hold yourself, how you bring yourself to situations is a direct consequence of what you get in life. Sitting there twiddling your thumbs is not going to bring any new revelations to your mind. It might, and I know I said earlier that you need to wait if you're uncertain. However, avoid distractions and then delve into some new experiences. Go for a walk. Bring stillness through activity, and then you'll realise what you need to realise. 6.5. No one has a gun to your head. If we could realise this more often, I say this to myself every single day, and sometimes it still doesn't sink in, but no one is sat there with a pistol to your head saying, if you make the wrong decision, I'm going to pull the trigger. Look, they might be, but I highly doubt it. So this is going to link to something I'm going to mention later, but we'll get to that. Don't worry, have some out. Advice taking. Ready? Never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with. That basically means we're not going to take advice from anyone, but in the odd chance that you would trade places with someone, listen to what they're saying. With everyone else, arrive at your own wisdom. Number 8, the best way to make the worst decision is to ask everyone's opinion. Oh my God. Look, when I'm uncertain about something, about my plan in life, about my purpose, about what I want to do next, other people's comments just piss me off more because I'm more swayed by them. Like when people give their insights, it affects me more. If you have a decision to make in life and you go around to people and you're like, what do you think about it? What do you think about it? Jane said this to me yesterday. What do you think about what Jane said? You're going to make the worst decision. Now look, console your tribe, people that you actually care about their opinions within reason. Don't go and ask every Tom, Dick and fucking Harry about your decision. Number 9, the Alan Watts principle. One of the best things Alan Watts ever said is, if you don't know what you want in life, it's because of one of two reasons. Number 1, you already have it. And number 2, you don't know yourself. So if you don't know yourself, go backpacking across India and discover yourself. As you know, because another point, the things that you're running from are actually inside you, so it's probably better to stay put for a while. Number 10, this is a brilliant one. The lessons you need are in the tasks you're avoiding. If you have 3 or 4 options in front of you, whatever one scares you most, go do that one. You'll be a lot better off, trust me. 11, don't confuse what you want with what you need. You should be absolutely willing to make a less exciting decision if it's within your long-term best interests. I'm going to go straight into the next one. 11.5, do not make big life decisions based on excitement. Oh my God, excitement. When I was 17, right, I started this clothing brand. It was really good. I really enjoyed it and I learned a lot from it. But sometimes me and my mates would have these creative sessions where we would get around, or we would hang around one of our houses and we would talk. We would try and work and do creative stuff, but most of the time we just chatted bollocks and we didn't actually get a lot done. So when you're going around and you're telling a lot of people about your new exciting plan, guess what? You're actually going to be less motivated to do it because the dopamine you're getting from telling people about it is directly replacing the dopamine you'd get from actually doing it. So you have to choose wisely because doing and talking fight for the same resources in your mind. Sorry, I was coughing up a bit of apple there. Anyway. Excitement is an interesting one. Yeah, it's good to feel excited in life. Excitement is a byproduct, though, of the things that we do, our habits and our choices. So, yes, it's good to be excited, but it should also scare you as well. And you should make sure that this decision is within your long-term best interests. Number 12, third to last one. This decision is an experiment, not the be-all, end-all of everything. This is what I was linking to the other point, which was no one has a gun to your head. This is an experiment. This is something I learned from Tim Ferriss. It's not the be-all, end-all. If this decision goes tits up, it's fine. You'll figure it out. Number 13, negotiate while advancing. This is something I learned from this book, The 33 Strategies of War, and it's actually an interesting point. So I'm going to read the excerpt from it. As you know, it's a bit long, so I'll summarise it. If you're having to negotiate with people, for example, leaving a job or a new business adventure or something, you want to still actualise your plans and your purpose behind the scenes. It's kind of like getting other people to play with the cards that you deal. It's a bit of a long-winded one, but maybe that resonated. One more thing I wanted to mention from this book as well is if you're making a decision which involves an exiting of something, then you need to make that exit well. You don't want to create any new karma through a bad exit from a job, of not closing your ties well, of not maintaining relationships, or just making a shit show of everything. We are judged in life based on how we finish things. Last one. Mate, that's cold. 14. If it all goes tits up, if you make the wrong decision equals take humble responsibility and then rectify, because everything is figure outable.